Alright, everybody should be moved over to the next area now. The tunnel from the south emerges into a corridor that then heads east. The door at the end is a great block of adamantite. It has permanent anti-magic effects on it, and there is no magical or physical way of forcing entry. There are 3 slots in the door about waist high. You see carved into the stone a portrait of 3 knights. And over the slots, they're holding like the pommel of their swords, and they have their swords planted in the ground in front of them. And each sword goes over one of the slots.
We need to put weapons in these.
Is it the weapons that skeleton was holding?
It wouldn't fit.
I still have a short sword from like when I first started. I'm gonna pull that out and slide it into a slot and see what happens. Also,
You
the
hear a
rest
loud
of you,
clank, whirring of gears. After a few moments, the sound stops, and you hear a loud ka-dunk. And the hilt is sticking out of the slot, but the door hasn't opened yet because there's still 2 more slots.
I still have another short sword. I slide it in.
Same thing. You hear parts start moving, loud thunks, and then a loud kasoo.
I have an idea. Veneer, give me the water. Give me the fountain. That fountain flask. And then I'm gonna use the alchemist hilt short sword.
I guess that works.
Yeah, I'm gonna slide the alchemist hilt short sword in there.
You hear the mechanisms whir in, and as the last sound of the gears sliding into place, and then the vice grip goes to grip the final sword into place, and it activates the blade breaker effect.
Yeah, I knew it was happening.
But for a moment, it does trigger all the mechanisms. And as the blade breaks, the door swings open. Yeah. So you take 7 damage. Your blade explodes, and the doors swing open.
Ah, damn. I pick up the hilt. Worth it though. We're good. I hand back the flask to Veneer.
May I send Oz to scout?
Like,
yes, you may.
like there's a reason why Shay's been having mercy and having your like the hilt.
Ozpin looks upon an enormous chamber colored in pastels, a forest of massive, many-hued columns supporting the ceiling. So each of the 3-foot diameter pillars radiates an aura of magic. Ozpin can detect this. To the northeast and northwest, Ozpin sees the same devil faces that you found in the first room that you did not put anything into. I'm just saying that so that you know what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to like give hints or clues or nothing. Strewn near the southeast corner is a heap of charred bones and skulls, plus the crisped and blackened remains of clothing and gear, arms, and armor. A thoroughly awful and frightening sight. There is also an ebony dais and silver throne right here in front of you. This big thing. This is a throne. Okay.
Yes. So the room is massive. We have never been, and talking specifically to Flynn and Veneer, we have never been in a room this big before. It's fucking huge. Okay? There's just pillars everywhere. And towards the bottom is the south of the room is where the throne is. Up top on the left and up top on the right, all the way to the corners of the room, are gargoyle statues.
Hmm.
Not gargoyles.
Like the ones that we saw before.
They're the
They're the devil face statues. They're not gargoyles.
Devil face statues.
check your journal. It's
Yeah, the green open mouth statue that had the.
Ah. Yes, that's right.
If we don't figure out what those do, we definitely need to. I definitely want to be given the rundown of how this dungeon works.
All the pillars are radiating a magic aura. Not sure if it's safe or not. Maybe I would have to get close to one, not too close to maybe identify its magic. I would like to cast Silvery
Bomb!
Detect magic on one of the pillars, please, through Oz.
So Oz lands right in front of one, stares at it with his beady crow eyes. And the pillars have been enchanted with a levitate spell. Any creature that touches a pillar with or without intent will uncontrollably float upward. And Ozpin has had a difficulty flying in this room as there is a slight breeze pulling him to the breeze is drifting towards the northwest and northeast corners of the room.
I see.
Towards?
Correct.
Yeah, it's like it's pulling Ozpin upwards towards the room, like up.
Very
Okay.
gentle breeze, but he's able to deal with it.
Okay. I will recall him to me. I think it might be safe to step into the room.
Alright. Just in case, Veneer.
Does
I
using
like-
healing word consider a spell slot?
I think it does.
Yes.
I'm probably fine. Let's go. If anyone else, nope. I'm going to flip up the hood on my Cloak of Elvenkind
Okay.
before we go in here. So that is now active.
So I'm
Let's,
going to move
uh,
everybody into the room very carefully, one at a time,
Yeah.
so as not to touch a pillar. Gloria steps back like, I'm not ready.
I saw that.
I'm gonna cast.
Please. And just for the sake of it, I'm just going to say that familiars are sticking close by. They're just sticking to your hips. So they're with you.
Okay. I'm casting Armor of Valiantness on myself.
Okay.
Jim's
Clink, I
touching
brought
one of the
number one
pillars.
back. I see that he doesn't have light. I'm giving him night vision now. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
Jim's touching one of the pillars to see if levitate will work on him, but he's a ghost.
He
He's
goes
like-
right through the pillar. Yeah, he just goes
Yeah.
right through.
He laughs like, nah, I do it.
I'm just gonna
Wizards-
put your
wizards-
familiars off into the wall for a little bit.
Wizard's so stupid.
Okay. So everybody needs to make a dexterity check before
Oh,
they
no.
move any time in this room to
Oh.
make sure you don't touch a pillar. Then
Like a saving
you
throw
can
or just a
measure-
check?
just a dexterity check.
This
and
room
then
setup is
I will
super cool.
let you measure out where you want to move, and then let you move. Does that sound good to everybody?
Yeah.
Yep.
This
Okay.
this idea is dumb. The idea of like pillars that have levitate on them is dumb, and I absolutely adore it. This is so doofy.
So just to recall the information that Mavis gave you through her familiar, to the northeast and the northwest of the room, there are two devil-faced statues. I'm not sure if you can see both of my pings, but I do it.
I see them.
I can see it.
There is a very disturbing, charred pile of remains over in this corner of the room. And then there is an ivory and ebony. Wait, I don't want to say this right now. Ebony dais and silver throne over this way. Many hued columns support the ceiling, so they're all sorts of different colors. So some of
think-
them are green.
I
I think one of the orbs in the room that we were in before was green, and maybe that was the thing from the riddle.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're doing this.
Yeah.
Time for shit. I knew I'd get shit. Whatever. It's better for. It's kind of. Jesus Christ, Gloria.
Make
us
us proud.
It's kind of better for me
At
to
first
be
place.
in the middle of the initiative list then.
Okay, so we're just moving right now. That's the goal.
Yeah, but before you move, you have to make a dexterity.
Maeve
check.
still needs to roll initiative.
I would like to take flight and be ready. I'm not
Okay.
moving. I'm not moving. Yeah.
So you straddle, you English side straddle your quarterstaff, activate the broom mode, and you are hovering in place, ready to go. Let's see. Gloria, you are up.
I rolled a 19.
That is good. You may move up to your movement speed.
Can I also use my new weapon just to have Ka ready?
You have to attune to it.
Oh, okay, alright, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
So where can I move to?
So you
Oh,
can
he didn't
move
make it. Damn it.
anywhere within your move distance inside this room. And remember that move distance is doubled, right, because of the weird 10 feet thing. Well, I guess I'll ask this. So where are you headed? Where you wanna check
I
out?
saw one of the pings that you made, and I'm heading towards that ping.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yes.
If we
Veneer,
dash that
you are
pace-
next.
Is
Yeah,
a
that's
dash
That just extends your movement. It would be the dexterity check would be what you need to make or break it.
Which
Okay.
direction was the throne again? Was it down here?
Yes,
throne
it's,
is
the throne
south
is
middle.
yeah, all pink.
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Okay, let's say I'm going to the throne too then.
Okay, the throne's here. You're going the right way.
I'm
Okay,
like, oh
oh.
yes, this way. This way is
This
very
way.
good.
I have a
I'm very
theory.
wise. I have high wisdom.
You're using echolocation, opera location, if you will.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I have a theory about the charred remains, but I'll wait until my turn to try to see if I can find anything.
Okay.
Is the room
Veneer, you're
bright
up.
or
Roll.
dim, by the way?
Oh, that's much better.
There we go.
I'm so glad we don't have to reload the room to set these settings.
I
by the
couldn't
way.
tell because I think I could just see like that from the beginning.
So Veneer, you're up. Roll your dexterity before you move.
I just did roll my dexterity.
Oh, sorry. You're good.
Okay, so I'm just gonna hug the wall and I'm gonna move down.
Next is Piario.
Let's see.
Where are you headed?
I'm going towards the statues.
So you just headed straight up. There aren't many
Uh,
pillars on your way, so
I'm not going straight up. I'm going along the wall where I
Yeah. that's what I'm saying is you're
Oh,
heading
okay.
straight up along the wall, so there's probably not many pillars, so you're fine.
Okay.
You're lucky.
You can move your movement speed upwards. About 24 feet above the floor in the northwest corner on the north wall is a mosaic relief sculpture of a green devil's face, which appears to be exactly the same as the first encountered in the same entrance hall to the tomb. You feel a slight pull going toward, coming towards the, going into the mosaic's mouth. And you can only assume that that's where the slight current is coming from, is from the pull of this mosaic.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Can I see anything if I look inside the mouth?
Oh, I just figured it
It's
out.
24 feet
Damn it.
above the floor.
Oh, it's 24 feet
So,
above the floor. okay.
yeah.
Alright. Well, I can't do anything, so it's my turn.
Okay. Mai, you're up. Okay, that's good. You're
You
free
said
to
I
move
can
around.
move 100,
Yeah,
Yes.
on the broom.
so I want to head towards the throne.
Okay. So, Mavis, contrasting with the pastel colors of the floor and the pillars of the hall is the stark blackness of the huge dais on the south wall, atop which sits an obsidian throne inlaid with silver and ivory skulls. Upon the throne rests a crown made of gold and a scepter made of electrum, with a gold knob on one end and a silver cap on the other. And I will show you this handout.
I don't know what a dais is.
It's a dais
Yeah,
is
yeah.
think of a pillar but like a much smaller, like,
It's like a platform.
yeah. And like usually you can place something on top of, or there's like a top of the dais, or there's like an indentation to put something into it, like a bowl or an orb, or a skull.
So, we found a staff that turns into a snake, and this thing has snakes on it, and we got trapped by snakes. Sensing a theme.
Oh my god.
So Mavis, you roll an Arcana check for me first off.
Why did the
Oh no.
cafeteria
Oh no.
music get all like fucking creepy now?
That's okay. Don't worry, because you still casted a spell, so I still have to give you certain information, so it's not a waste. So you can tell that the crown and the scepter are magical. You can tell that there are magic strands from the scepter going to the crown and going to the somewhere on the seat of the throne. You just don't understand how all of those connect to one another. So that's your turn.
Yes.
So now it's Flynn's turn. Okay, where are you headed?
I want to like go to here
Okay.
with Dash.
Okay. You make it there, no problem.
Sweet.
Okay. Gloria, you are up next. You see Mavis fly through the pillars and then land in front of the throne and rock up and approach it in the distance. So do you move any closer to the throne while you're trying to figure this out?
Yeah, I probably should.
Okay.
I don't think that's close enough. That's good.
Yeah. So you approach the throne with May, and she kind of explains everything to you, and you realize that the crown controls the pillars in this room.
Mm.
However,
Oh.
and you're not sure what, but a certain curse will befall whoever puts on that crown.
Mm. Do we really care about controlling the pillars?
It doesn't seem relevant right now.
I mean, it's just a dex save, right? Or we float.
Yeah,
But
and
has anyone looked up? Is there anything like floating that we need to bring down?
It's dark. But
Mm.
yeah, I forgot we should have looked up earlier. That is a good point.
how far up is the ceiling? Is it beyond the limits of my dark vision?
Nobody has seen anything on the ceiling so far.
Can I do a perception check on the ceiling?
Yeah, you can.
Probably should do that next time. Yeah. Well, I think warlocks have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
You don't see anything on the ceiling out of the ordinary.
Oh shit.
But while you are doing a perception check, and since you are already looking for arcane magic, you do realize that the silver pommel of the scepter, that arcane thread that Mavis was talking about, it leads to... There is a small replica of the crown inlaid in silver on the lower front panel of the seat. And that is where the silver end of the scepter, that string of magic, is flowing towards that seal.
Okay. So, I'm going to relay this
TNT.
information to Mavis since she's in my vicinity. Sorry. I want to know what the curse is, but I don't know if identifying this thing is going to... Okay, alright, well, whatever. I'm going to identify. That's what I'm doing.
So, here's the dealio.
Okay.
You cast Identify, and you figure out the whole deal on this crown and scepter thing. The crown negates the pillar's levitation effect for anyone who dons it, and it enables the wearer to see within the hall as if in normal daylight. But outside of this place, the wearer will be blind.
Forever?
And as soon as the creature puts on the crown, the wearer knows that the crown can be removed only by touching the scepter to it, but does not find out that exact procedure
And is still blind.
if they leave this room.
Hmm.
If the golden knob is touched to the crown, the wearer can remove the headgear. The silver end of the scepter is touched to the crown. The wearer will be disintegrated into dust that cannot be brought back to life no matter what.
Oh my god. I'm not taking this
Now,
thing.
however,
Well, not touching that. Man.
if the silver end of the scepter is held up to the silver insignia on the throne, it will unlock a secret passage. Each of these items are worth 25,000 gold.
Oh, so we could take the crown and just nobody put it on.
Yeah, we can just
sell it.
leave here with them?
Feel like that, right? Like no one has to put it on their fucking head.
Yeah. We're not leaving 25,000 gold
I'm
behind.
gonna
Fuck that.
assume something's gonna try to stop us from taking it.
Oh, like that skeleton in the corner? Is that? It's like, I've seen one skeleton pop out of literally nowhere from a chest for no reason.
That or he tried to do it and then
Chiaro.
disintegrated
You-
himself.
Yes.
One of us
My
should probably get over there and take a look at that skeleton. see what his deal is.
Just letting you
Can
know
my
that I'm
can my team hear me? From where I am?
Yeah, I mean, the
echoey,
acoustics
yeah.
in here are amazing. So,
What if
yeah,
you put the
go for it.
crown on the skeleton and then disintegrate the skeleton?
What skeleton? The skeleton's in the other room.
Oh.
No. The charred remains skeleton.
Oh, that's not even one corpse. It's like a bunch of corpses mangled and charred and burned.
Oh, I thought it was like a one big skeleton. Okay.
Is there like any statue guard?
You almost made me choinko my joint rip. Oh my god, Gabe.
what about putting it on the freaking throne skull?
Oh, we might fucking trigger like a Temple of Doom thing there. This place might just fucking collapse.
Is there anything that looks like it could be a statue that comes to life in this big ass room?
Not that you can see, no. There are 3 doors along the top of this room. So there's a door here, there's a door here, and there's a door here.
Okay.
If
I
you
wanna
want to get
go-
reckless.
Yeah, I want to go over to this door.
Yeah, I want to get reckless.
Alright, let
Alright.
me roll my dexterity so I can move.
Okay.
Also, I think you should totally do that, Maeve.
I'm gonna go over to this door and investigate it. Is it locked?
2 doors near the northern corners of the throne room look the same. The door shimmers with a faint blue light.
Oh.
When you gently touch the door, the glimmering glows bright. A brass pull beckons to be used, and the door will open easily. Do you open the door? It is
Guys,
beckoning
do I
you
have permission to open the
door.
door?
Do not take that schmuck, mate.
So you all hear your farmer friend, guys, the door wants me to open it. Can I open the door?
No.
I'll let all 4 of you respond.
Yeah, let's all at the same time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. No.
Alright, I'm gonna move on to the next door. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can barely. Yeah, okay, my turn.
Okay.
We've already seen one thing that can disintegrate us instantly with no fucking takebacks, which is terrifying, but also money.
I mean, they're doors.
So this one also gives off a faint glow, though this light is that of a lilac color. When this door is touched, the light changes to a bright and I can't say that because I'm a toddler.
Can I like listen to see if I hear anything on the other side?
Let's see. This one turns purple with tinges of sickly green.
Go, run. Approach.
Can I knock on the door to see if there's like a big space behind it?
It's a small room from the sounds of it.
Okay. Alright, I'm not opening it since
Okay.
I'm not allowed.
It is now Mai's turn. All right, Maeve. So
Okay.
Widely at the law.
use Unseen Servant. The
And I-
scepter starts to float off
Yes.
the chair. Right.
And I like, strictly command it to make sure to do this properly.
Right. So it holds out the silver end of the scepter, it touches it to the silver insignia, and it places the scepter back down on the chair. Now, the throne sinks down, and in doing so, it reveals a 5-foot wide passageway that leads south.
Is there enough time to check this? Definitely not a big skeleton, pile of skeleton remains.
Oh yeah, I can do that for you real quick. Sure. A character who comes close enough to examine the remains will find a huge glowing orange gem at the center of the destruction. This has been revealed. The gem gives off a strong aura of conjuration, so strong that the detecting character will get the vague feeling that the wish spell is involved in the gem's magic.
Oh, get away from me! Gonna put my hand on Maeve's shoulder, and we're just gonna back away right now. Back away from that. Okay, just gonna fucking do a spin and 180 on away from that thing. Nope. Mm-mm. Uh-uh. Man, if only Frankie was here. Because he would have grabbed that gem immediately.
Okay. Well, we can do more with it when we come back next time.
We can do nothing with it. We should...
I mean,
You guys did a lot.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We'll count this as a short rest since this room is fairly safe from any combatants.
Hold on.
Next time on Staghelm Adventures. Dun, 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 dun.